Okay, please tell me you can hear me now. Please tell me you can hear me now. Please tell me you can hear me now. I hope. I'm going to look at settings here. No, I think everything looks fine. So please come back and say hello and tell me that I am just coming through loud and clear and make my life joyful, please. Give me the joy. Give me the joy. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start my skin prep while we're waiting. And hopefully y'all can hear me. Can you hear me now? Oh, hallelujah. Okay. Note to self. I was going to say something naughty. AirPods are cluckers. AirPods are cluckers. And if you have AirPods on or any sort of device prior to going live, get rid of them. Ditch them. Okay. Hello. Okay. Good to see you guys. Oh my gosh. Allison and Cheryl. I know Monica's in here somewhere. Okay, wait. SJM Dolphin. Who is that? Who is you? SJM Dolphin. All right. This is, I'll start my story all over, but real quick. Point of view, beauty. Michaela. You know Michaela? She's all over the Tickety Talks. This is her line, and it's skin prep for makeup. It's specifically designed to be used before makeup. I was confused in the beginning because I'm like, okay, well, I have my skincare that I already use morning and night. Where does this go? This is flexible. I will tell you that. I will tell you that if you are going to get up in the morning, wash your face, and do your makeup immediately, use this. Okay. You can add in another serum in there too if you want to. Actually, her Milky Toner just won an award, like a Allure Beauty or something award. I don't know, a big award. So if you're getting ready in the morning, just use this. Add in a couple serums if you want, a couple extra if you want. If, like me, I get up in the morning and I have to do my skincare first thing because my skin feels it doesn't feel dry when I wake up, because also that's a sign you need better, richer skincare at night. But within a couple of hours, I'm going to start feeling really dry. So I just get up in the morning and I do my skincare. And then I do other things. And then I come back and do the makeup because the makeup is my job. Okay. And I love, because I would always have to put a little something on under my foundation. Those curls are looking crazy. So I do love that I have this that I can use. Oh, Allison, hi. You know what? I am loving my light up mask. But you guys all know, I always tell you all my business. The last 2 weeks, and this is why I'm glad you're here today. My nervous system is a little wonky. It's a little wonky with my mom fell. That was my story. So talking about the mask, the last 2 weeks, I have not been able to use it like I want to use it. I am loving it. I still don't want to do a full review just yet because I really want to give it its props, right? I really want to give it its flowers and be able to tell you the whole journey. Now here's the deal. Husband's 60th birthday is this weekend. I'm still taking care of my mom. I'll tell you the mom story. And then a friend comes to town and we have a girls' trip to Disneyland. Yes, I went to Disneyland last week with my cousin, but that was because she was in town for the wedding and we went. And then now this trip was already planned a while back, going again with some friends for 2 days, then coming back. And my friend Trisha will be here until Friday. Then she leaves. Anyway, and then yeah, Darren's going hunting. I'm going to have a lot of free time. So you're going to be seeing more of me after next week. Okay. Never too much Disneyland. Yes. So busy. Hi, Kathy. Hello. Yeah. Mom's doing better physically, but I will tell you, okay, let me see. Stacy. Oh, Stacy. Okay. Do you have 2 accounts or has this always been your account? Okay. Yeah. So now this is what I'm gonna do real quick, and I'll tell you the mom story while I'm doing this. I ran across, I always give credit where credit is due. I think her name is Kate Alberton. She's that cute, dark-headed girl, woman. I think she said she's 40 or 41. She looks like she's 25. And she was talking about some tricks to reduce redness. She used a bronzer of all things. She used a bronzer all over her face. I mean, all over. I don't just mean the highlights. I mean the highlights and the lowlights. And I tried it yesterday for the first time. Where I went wrong, I have an Armani liquid foundation. I love this foundation, but this shade, hold on, I think I have it right here. No, I put it away. I was a good girl and I put it away. Hold on. Luminous Silk, Giorgio Armani. Don't be scared by the name thinking this is like super expensive. This is actually the mini and it is the perfect size. Get the mini. You don't need the big one. The big one, I mean, per ounce, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have 2 of these because I got this one and it was the wrong color. Well, it's really for more of summer. This is 5.25. I wore this on top of the bronzer yesterday, and I felt like it was just too golden, especially those 2 together. Like, I can get away with this on its own if I just use a little bit and blend it out, but because I had bronzer underneath. And actually, this is a medium bronzer, so if I end up I don't know, I might end up trying a lighter bronzer. I think he has a light medium and using that all over. But I will tell you, so if you're like me, and I know a lot of you are, I read somewhere they're gonna change the formula on that foundation. Really? Ooh, interesting. Boy, that's bold because this is like super, super popular. Um, so I know a lot of you are like me, and after I hit 50, all of a sudden, it's so they call it the drop. And if you know, you know, and I don't have to explain to you, but I will explain to those of you since it is Halloween and I have my boo shirt on. Um, I will use this opportunity to scare you. It's called the drop, and everything drops. Okay, okay. That's when you get the jowls. Okay, everything kind of starts to drop. What happens as a result of that is even if you never had pores before, oh girl, you got pores now. The pores be pouring. And product likes to sit in the pores like a little jacuzzi. And so then you got like all these little dots all over the place. And if you have dry skin, like moi, it really settles in there and it just looks dry and dusty and just like a bunch of jacuzzis, a bunch of little hot tubs all over the nose region. So, because of that, and I have found products that help. The liquid exfoliant, we've talked about that from, um, hold on, what's it called? Peter? No, Peter? What's his name? The liquid exfoliant. Anyway, liquid exfoliants help tremendously and making sure you get a lot of hydration, but you got to remove those dead skin cells. Okay. We can get all into that in another show. Um, but also using as little product as you possibly can. Please hold. I got a text coming in, just making sure it's not a kid. Okay. So I try to use as little as possible and keep my skin as hot. Look at okay, do you see how glowy I am right now? Like it could even be glowier to start with. This is what you want to this is the minimum glow if you have normal to even combination normal to dry skin. If you have oily skin, I don't know how to help you because I don't have those problems. You don't want to be this glowy, but you still want to be glowy. You just maybe want to do like an oil free. Peter Thomas Roth. I think that's it. Is that what it is? Paula's choice. It's not Peter, it's Paula. What is it? Rob from Peter to pay Paula? Okay. It's Paula's Choice, Kathy coming in clutch. Thank you. Paula's Choice, the light gray one you can use twice a day as a toner. The That's like AHA's. The BHA, we also call him badass. He is your boyfriend. You only see him twice a week, Sundays and Thursdays. The light gray one, that's your husband, and he's every day. Okay. Morning and night. He's all the time. Okay. Okay. Mhm. So yes, Allison, you gotta figure out, get your picture on here, get your profile figured out. Um, I haven't had oil since 8th grade. Yes, AHA and BHA. So here's what I'm gonna do. Using as little product as possible. And at first, it's a little scurry. Now, load up the brush. I know I just said use as little product as possible, and now you see me tapping away. But you want to really get it in there, and you can just do it on the back of your hand because you just want it up in that brush as much as possible. That's what the pros say. I don't make the rules. I watch the shows, and this is what they tell us to do. I am a lot redder in person than I think I'm coming through here on the monitor. And at first I'm putting this on and I'm all, wow, that's a lesson in how to make a bad situation worse. However, I was surprised. And I ended up only using a half of a pump for my entire face. Now, the pros say that even when you think that there's no more product, you just keep tapping, not brushing. You tap like stipple. Okay. Monica, I wish you were here in town. I'm meeting Michelle for dinner after I leave here. We were going to meet last night, but hashtag Dodger. Well, and that's the other reason the nervous system is having issues. Okay. Because of the Dodgers. Can you just sweep it and let's be done with it? All due respect to my Canadian friends. Oh, so let me tell you the mama story. Here's what I'm going to do. While I'm telling you the mama story, I'm going to finish up with this. And then I decided I'm going to use the Makeup Forever. I love this stuff. I have so many that I love. This is a super boost. It is a perfecting moisture boosting skin tint. If you just want it gives coverage, I feel like a foundation. It's just really light. Okay. So anywho, here's what happened. I'll tell you the mama story. So I get a phone call 2 weeks ago yesterday from my sister in the middle of the day. I don't usually talk to her in the middle of the day. She's at work. And my sister has the same doctor as my mom. And she says, the lady from the doctor's office just called me and said she's worried about mom because mom called. Mom was at Costco and she's really confused. She doesn't really know why she's there. Okay. That's a way to scare the crap out of you. And I'm like, okay. So Julie goes to the house. I go to the house. We're talking to mom. She's definitely confused. She's just kind of not making sense, kind of weird. She had gone, I guess, to Costco to get a prescription. She got a phone call from Walgreens the day before and that morning saying, hi, this is Walgreens. Your prescription is ready. And she drove to Costco. I get it. Sometimes you get on autopilot. I mean, God knows. You've ever had it where you end up at home and you're like, how did I get here? But she was still really confused. And we were talking about things and I immediately said to her, okay, well, look at this, how it comes up. And I'm just going to do like that much for my whole face and just see how it goes. So I said to her, I'm 64. Sometimes the computer stuff is a mystery. It's so funny. Aw, thank you, Monica. I know. I wish you were here. So immediately I just said, Mom, I'm going to take your car keys because until we figure this out, I had no intention of ever giving them back. That was my sign. That was my spidey sense, my gut reaction. Okay, sorry, but that really reduced it. Can you tell? I can tell. And I haven't put any foundation on. So That means there is nothing in my tide pools. That's what they are. They're not jacuzzis, they're tide pools. Nothing in my tide pores, okay? Nothing in there. So now I'm gonna just go where it's red first. And I have pigmentation. So anyway, I just said, Mom, I'm gonna take the keys and and I just said, till we figure this out, till we figure out what's going on. Um, and she didn't fight me on it. Okay, that's weird that she didn't fight me on it. That was kind of it was a blessing, but it was also a red flag. I have to go take care of dinner. Okay, honey. All right. Thanks for hopping on. You have a great night too. So took the keys and I also took her checkbook because she is a big giver and a big donator, which is lovely. But I had already had a talk with her previously about like, Mom, her and my dad have given to this one televangelist for years. And I know this particular one and he does good work. He does good work. But also she's now on a fixed income. So Mom, let the youngins take care of it. Okay. Like because I said, Mom, you don't know if you're going to need this money for your care someday and whatever. Camera's blending down because bronzer all over the face. Okay. We don't, see what you're doing. Okay, now let's back to makeup for a second. Friends, that tiny bit, and I'm happy. I'm satisfied with it. Okay, turn this on. Let's see. Yes, I am super happy with this amount. Now, what I'm going to do, because this part here bugs me, that hyperpigmentation, I am using a product that is helping. I will do a full report when I'm totally done with it, but it's Dr. Idris. I'm sorry, I didn't bring it in here. It's like a purple. I have it in my link tree. Hold on. My link tree. Let me put that here real quick because I had it in the other one. And then there we go. Okay. Thank you. Oh my gosh. 60 hot dogs and 5 gallons of chili for tomorrow. What am I putting on? Yes, bronzer, Makeup by Mario bronzer all over to reduce redness. Then you go in with the tiniest bit of foundation. I used the Super Boost from Makeup Forever. Oh, this is in the shade 5. If you want to take a screenshot. Tiniest bit, guys. And I really didn't put that much around my nose because I didn't need to. This hyperpigmentation that I've been using, of course, the Paula's Choice, the liquid exfoliant, to help really get rid of dry, dead skin. And this Dr. Idris serum, it's fascinating. I am noticing a difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. If this is still bugging me, I'll go back and hit it with a little bit more of this. But I think by the time I get everything done, I'm going to be fine. Okay. So anyways, I just said, hey, Mom, I'm going to take the checkbook. Because she just was so confused. And I'm like, I just want to make sure all the bills are getting paid. And she's been taking care of all of that and never missed anything. It's so, okay. So then that, like late afternoon, early evening that day, I thought to myself, I wonder if she has a UTI because did you know, you may already know this, in elderly people, a UTI will present itself as dementia and not, the pain or the need to, you feel like you have to go. That was e.l.f. Brow Wow in the brown because the sticker fell off and I don't know what color it is, but how many browns can there be? Let me tell you something real quick and then we'll move on. Okay. Sephora is starting their big sale tomorrow. If you're a Rouge member, It's, you're a member depending on how much you spend a year. Rouge members get 20% off. That starts tomorrow, and then they have a couple days to buy, and then it's the next tier they get to buy, and I think they get like 15%, and then the other level is a few days later, they get a 10%. But the Sephora brand, which did I tell you? Did I tell you that the Sephora brand, don't sleep on their brand, because what Sephora does, Sephora is owned by the same company that owns a lot of different makeup brands. And it's LVH something. It's Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, and something. It's just 4 letters. What they do, so they also, I don't, they might own House Labs. They might own, they own a bunch. I'm not for sure it's House Labs, but a lot of big names. They take like the best sellers from their store, and then they create their own version. So their products are really good. And like right now, these are full price. This is the most beautiful blush. I love it so much. It's one of my faves. This is called Shame on You. It's 01 is the color. And it's matte, a matte, no shimmer in this one. But full price, this is $14. And then sometimes it's on sale for $7, but it's 30% off during the Sephora sale. Okay. So I'm just saying, apparently their liquid foundation is really, really good too. Very, very highly ranked. Oh, I have a list and 30% off Sephora. Yes. I have all my stuff in the cart. I can't get it all because there's like $500. So I just throw stuff in there. I got to go through, I got to curate it and figure out what I'm going to get. Yes, UTIs are horrible. I put my mom on automatic bill withdrawal so she doesn't have to worry about them anymore. Yes. And that's why I told my mom, I go, I'm just going to make sure everything's on automatic. And most of it is, but there are like just certain things. So I took her to the doctor, and she was so dehydrated. I took her to urgent care, so dehydrated that they gave her, about 70 ounces, 70 to 80 ounces of water. She didn't pee for 8 hours. We weren't there 8 hours. We were there for an hour. And finally, they're like, just go home, do the sample at home, bring it back in the morning. I go back the next morning to get the sample. I don't normally pop into her house during the day. I talk to her every day, but I don't always pop in. I walk in the house, and on the carpet, there is a huge blood stain. I go, because you walk in, it's just a flat entryway, and then it's stepped down into the family room. And I'm all, oh my God. I go, Mom, what happened? And I looked over at her, and she's playing solitaire on her iPad. And she looked at me, looked like she went 5 rounds with Mike Tyson. She looked at me and goes, oh, I fell. She had a gash. She ended up with 5 stitches. She broke many, many, many bones around her eye socket, her orbit, whatever you call it. Yeah, just bruised the whole way down her face. That happened at 3 a.m. I said, and why didn't you call me? Oh, I didn't think about it. You talked to my sister. You talked to Julie 2 hours ago, or you texted 2 hours ago with Julie. You didn't mention it. Yeah, I didn't think about it. Okay. So that day was an 8-hour hospital day. She came home, had her stitches, whatever. It happened. She fell a week before the wedding. Having makeup skills is important because I put them to use for the wedding. She has had no pain, which they also say is kind of a symptom of Parkinson's, because they've already thought that maybe she has beginning stages of Parkinson's. Yeah. Yes, and you forget to drink water, right? I know. Okay, let's pause here real quick. Can't all be depressing news. We got to talk about makeup. See these? These little tiny Kosas blushes come in a 3-pack for the holidays. This is what I did. Last year, I bought a set of 3 to split up between my daughter and my nieces. And then I bought a pack of 3 for me, because Well, I wasn't I don't know, maybe it was kismet. Maybe my brain knew at some point I would be talking about other brands, but, yeah, so I got these 3 for me. Now I did look it up, and the 3 that are here this year are 3 different ones. I may have to get those as well. This is Euphoria, Bliss, and Butterflies. I'm reading those upside down. The hot pink is Butterfly. I mean, this really these are I mean, wouldn't you rather pay I think this was maybe $39? $39 for 3. Like, how long is that gonna last me? That's quite a bit. Um, versus paying even, 26 or 30 bucks for one big one. I would rather have the 3 shades. So, I just wanted to show you that. I don't know what blush I'm gonna do. And then I have this one too that I love that I've been wanting to use. This is House Labs Glassy Pomelo. I think I'm gonna do that one. See that? I just like a light. And again, you can dot it right on your face. These days, I just like to control issues. I like to control the amount. So load up the brush, get it all in there, all up in there. Yeah, she's gonna need more monitoring. I was gonna ask you how she looked at the wedding. Yeah, no, she looked good. She did. I mean, her glasses, thank goodness, kinda covered the stitches. We opted to because it had been 1 week since she fell, we opted to remove the big bandage because she was getting her stitches out the next day, and we felt that white bandage is gonna just make everybody go, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "Mom, let's just" and I put a ton of NARS soft matte concealer. That stuff will cover anything, and it's also, like, well, I think water resistant, whatever. I mean, it took me a while to, like I used a lot of makeup wipes getting her makeup off. Okay. Oh, you too you she says Allison says, "I've really been liking peachy colors lately." Yeah. Yeah, the bandage is hard to camouflage. I know. Okay, so, where you go first is where the most color goes, but look at that. It's very sheer. Oh, yeah, I don't have to worry about it. Where'd it go? So, um, mom is healing. We put a baby gate at the bottom of the stairs. She lives alone. Oh, she fell. This is so weird. And this is just another I hate that she fell, of course, but this is kind of a sign for me, just like that God's watching over us because when I took her to urgent care for the UTI, we were walking in and I heard this weird noise. I don't know, something made me look down. I go, "What is that noise?" Well, she had yoga pants on and they were dragging the ground. They were too long. They're like that much too long. And I was like, "Mom, they used to fit her fine, but she's lost weight because she just eats like a bird now." And I go, "Mom, we gotta get you." I kept telling her, "We gotta get you new pants." "No, no, no." And I said, "We're getting you new pants. That's enough already." She's like a medium, and I go, Are those larges?" She goes, "No, I think these are extra large." Oh my god. Okay. So that she does not sleep in a bed. She sleeps in the recliner downstairs. She has refused to sleep in the bed ever since she fell and broke her shoulder 3 years ago. It drives me and my sister nuts. I'm like, "Well, at least put on pajamas before you go to bed." She won't. Like, stubborn and also kind of losing it. So we have to pick our battles. Thankfully, the stuff that really bugs me doesn't bug Julie and vice versa. Well, I don't know if that's good for mom though, because now one of us is always one of us is always pissed and aggravated about something. Okay, hold on. Let's get a water break. I'm going to show you what I did on my eyes yesterday. At first, I scared myself a little bit. Sorry, I'm just thinking. But I am wearing more green. Maybe I'm gonna. Okay, let me start with this. Urban Decay. It's a stick shadow. naked eyeshadow stick in the color Blurred Out, and I have never look at that. It's just like a taupe. Never met a taupe that I could pass up. Seriously, I have the world's largest collection of taupe shadows, okay? So, what happened is mom tripped over her pant leg. She got up in the middle of the night. She said at 3 in the morning. I don't know if that's correct or not because we've since realized just that she gets things confused, but whatever. She fell coming out of the bathroom. She goes, "Well, I don't know what happened. I just tripped over my own feet." She tripped over her pant legs. I'll tell you that right now. And didn't call. We now have a mantra. When you fall, you call. I am looking into Life Alert. She had always refused to wear it. I won't wear it. But her friend, who's older than her, said, "Well, I'm getting one. My friend has one. You're getting one too. Because you could have laid there and bled out." I mean, it just terrifies me to think about it. So, um, but here's the if you guys don't know, and if you okay, please, if you have any information on something like a Life Alert, I've fallen and I can't get up, let me know. I looked up, I asked ChatGPT about it. Life Alert has a 3-year contract and it's like $40 a month. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Not doing that. So I guess there's other companies that are good that don't have a contract that are like $25 a month. Hopefully she would wear it, but I don't know. The hard part is we need to keep her in her house as long as we possibly can because my mother, my entire life, all she's ever talked about is how when my grandparents were still living, how she would never put them in a home. My grandparents would always say, "Don't you ever and even when they were drifting away, I'm like, "Mom, it's not like it used to be, they're nice places and that, but they just had this in their head, this stigma. And I know there are some places that are scary. But it's not like it used to be. I remember when I was younger and my cousin's grandma was in a place, like a nursing home is what it was called, and that was not a good place. Um, oh wait, what happened? Hold on. I thought I was gonna have to rip the clothes off of my mom. They were 2 sizes too big, and Lord, she had this cat sweater. We threw it away. The next day, she had the cat sweater on. She had more than one. Well, my mother wears the same clothes over and over and over, and I saw her on the Ring camera today. I was there for her to take it so she can climb the stairs. We just put a baby gate at the bottom, and she's like, "You don't have to do that. I won't climb it." Yet the next day, she climbed them. So we just said, "Too bad. Get mad. Get pissed off. It's too bad." Um, She and I just said, "Look, I'm putting the baby gate there to remind you because I wouldn't remember. So you might not remember." So that's why we're doing it. That's why I told her. Okay, I'm using the Rose Quartz Huda Beauty. I could, and I think but we're playing. I love this palette. It's got so many crazy, wild, colorful things. And honestly, we gotta wear more color, girls, just for fun. Like, we gotta play more. You know me, I am neutral queen, and it's what I love. Like, I'm gonna start with this one. No, this one here, just to kinda give a little bit. I'm gonna do it on the lid and then just kinda up into the crease, just to give a little warmth there or whatever. I don't know, or it's cool. I don't know, whatever it is, okay? See, I like that. Gives it like a little more dimension. That's what it is. Kathy, thank you. I'm telling you, there is nothing you can't see any it just bugs me when I can see makeup on my nose. You cannot see any makeup on my nose. Not even in my 5X mirror. So anyway, mom, I know it's good for her to climb the stairs, but I just and Julie and I've been watching her, in recent months when we're there climb the stairs. She's great. That last step, it worries me. And I said to her, "Mom, you're not going to fall on the first few steps. God forbid if you ever fall, it's going to be at the top." And that's bad news. That's bad news bears. So, we have a baby gate. I don't know, I lost my story somewhere, but bottom line, we have to keep her in our house as long as we possibly can because she made a steep decline when she fell 3 years ago, and it was just a fluke. Any of us could have done it. My sister has a porch that's this big, and my mom was looking at my sister and didn't realize it was right there, and so she, like, rolled her ankle or, like, and then fell, broke her shoulder. She had a major not because of the physical part, but because of the mental part. When they thank God she didn't need surgery for her eye, and so this little twit doctor, surgeon, was saying, "Well, it's 50-50 and da, 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 da." And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna decide which one to use here." And I said, "Well, if it's 50-50, we're not gonna do it because," I said, there's that one. Ooh, gosh, look at that. I said, "Because the surgery itself and oh, I just did that one. And the recovery, that's gonna do more damage to her than, like, we just can't." He was, like, 23 years old. He didn't understand, and and then he snaps at me after he made us wait 2.5 hours. And it wasn't, "Oh, well, I'm with a patient, you have to wait 2.5 hours," because even the ER doctor called him and said, "Where the hell are you? Look at those. Aren't those pretty? I'm gonna use this guy," which is, I don't know. Oh, no, I kinda like, no, I'm gonna use this one. I'll swatch it. Anywho, the ER doctor who I loved, he even called that kid and was like, "Get in here. Look at that. That looks wet." What? Okay, I'll show you the other ones. That's that pinky one there. And then here's the more goldy, kind of peachy one. I'm going to use that one. This one, no, this one it's like an iridescence with, it's, it's like a taupey pink base, but then it's got almost like a blue iridescent glitter. It's so pretty. Okay. Anyways, you still need the inform that doesn't negate the he, like, yelled at me, and I go, "It doesn't negate the need for education." I almost leapt over my mother and grabbed him by the throat. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Haul me off to jail. I could use a break. I'm gonna put a little more blush. I'm gonna use this one. It's called, Butterflies, because 'cause I'm dainty like a butterfly. That's it right there, that pink. Yeah, and I said to him, "I never said a word about not wanting to hear the education. In fact, I wanna know everything about her injury that you could tell me. But what you need to know," I was gonna say little man, "is the background of the patient that you're treating, the things that you would never know unless I told you, having known her for 55 and a half years." Son of a Don't mess with me. So, anyways, she doesn't need surgery, thank God. But if there comes a time, and we're monitoring her closely, but if there comes a time when we have to put my mom in a facility, it's the beginning of the end. Her brain, she's gonna just shut down. She's already when my dad died, she lost the will to live. She literally lost the will to live. Yeah, egotistical. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, yes. And Allison, thank you for reminding me. She says that doctor needs to be reported. Yes. And I'm going to, well, my niece works for um, a man who is on the board of the hospital. And I'm going to remind her, she just got back from her honeymoon, and I'm going to remind her. And I went to school with him. He knows me. Okay. Look at that. Now, see, that's a little wild, but also, who freaking cares? Because we need to live our life and we need to zhuzh it up and we need to play and be playful and have fun. And you know what? I don't know about you, but whenever I see somebody who has some fun eyeshadow going on, it brings me joy. So I am out here doing the Lord's work, bringing joy to the people who get to witness my face. I sound sassy. I actually was really, I had a hard day today. So, oof, that's going to make me cry. I'm not going to cry, but yeah, just like I didn't sleep last night. Every time I woke up, I was just thinking about my mom and like, just because she's not herself, and in the last 2 weeks, ever since that Costco incident and, like my sister said, the Costco thing happened, and then the very next day, my mom fell. Coincidence? I don't know. So, one of us is over there every day to lay eyes on her because we can't trust her to tell us if something happened, even though she says now she will tell us, but, I don't know. And but it's little stuff. Like, we'll have a conversation about something for 15 minutes, and, "Oh, mama, I have the mail key and whatever, I'll get the mail, da 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 da." And then we'll have that conversation for a long time. And then a few minutes later, she'll go, "Oh, I need to give you the mail key." I'm like, okay. Okay, mom. So anyways, it's just sad. And my brain, I'm a fixer and a problem solver, and so my brain goes to wanting to fix it and or anticipate what's next. You know what I did? I shouldn't admit this. But I called because she got a letter saying that they had more in her escrow account than she owed on the house. And so she wants to pay the house off. So I called and I said, "Hi, I got these letters here and I'm just trying to understand like what needs to happen, how we can make this happen." And she's like, "Oh, is this, my mom's name?" And I'm all, "Yes, it is." Because and I am executor, well, I am, she has a trust. Oh, thank God we set up a trust a year and a half ago. So I am power of attorney, executive of the trust, or whatever, all of that. And I just thought by the time I would ask them questions and if they needed to talk to my mom on the phone and I'd have to go get her and then have like it was just such a rigmarole. So I'm like, yes. So, anyways, I was able to take care of it over the phone and just transfer that money from her escrow, pay off the house. Thank you, Jesus. Um, so for now, we're just getting things set up downstairs. She's very much a creature of habit. I mean, as you would be it. She's gonna be 79 next month. Um, okay, yesterday I wore RMS Beauty mascara and I really loved it. I have that and I have House Labs. I think I've only worn House Labs once. So let me use that because I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it. They become they storytellers. I know. Right? Makeup is fun. I know. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything from your comments. But I feel like that's really pretty, don't you think? Because also it's neutral, but then it's like bink, bink, little. I'll give Michelle a thrill tonight while we're eating tacos. Okay, so anyways, every day is it's just that anticipation, and it's just little things like my mom's hairbrush and her moisturizer are upstairs in the upstairs bathroom. So after I was there the other day, I, walked behind her going up the stairs, and then I'm thinking, "Ooh, I better." Okay, I have what the hell? I have a gap in my lashes. Okay. Um, was I picking at them in my? No, no. Okay, I fixed it a little bit. So I'm thinking I gotta hold on to the rails with both hands because if she slips, we're gonna be like bowling pins. Like, what good am I? She's gonna take us both out. So she goes up, she takes her shower on her own and everything. I just go up, behind her up the stairs. She goes in her room, shuts the door, takes her shower, does all that. And then when she's ready, we go downstairs. And I said, "Oh, well, let's bring your brush downstairs and your moisturizer so you could, use the moisturizer tonight before you go to bed and, for the brush for tomorrow." No, no, the brush stays there, like, almost like a little kid, like just things that stay in a certain place. She wants them to stay in a certain place. And I said, "Well, mom, don't you wanna put your moisturizer on tonight?" "Yeah." "Well, how you gonna get it? The gate's at the bottom. Let's just bring it downstairs." She did not. "I'll do it tomorrow." I'm like, "So you're gonna wait for somebody to get," I go, "Wouldn't you rather," and like your brush, "wouldn't you like to just brush your hair when you feel like brushing your hair and not wait for somebody to come over?" But, like, she has it in her head, the brush and the moisturizer stay upstairs, you know? And I brought clothes downstairs, but I saw on the Ring camera today, because it goes off and she had gone outside. I'm like, "Oh god, please don't go walking." She wouldn't though, but she had to go put something in the trash can, so she was wearing the same clothes that she had on. This is Thursday. She had on Tuesday. So that means when Julie was there yesterday and she took a shower, she put the same clothes back on. And I'm sure they're not dirty, but it's a mental thing. You're gonna feel better, just like you feel better when you take a shower, change your clothes. So, anyways, but I know in her head, you change your clothes in the bedroom, not in the living room. Nobody can see in her living room. Anyways, it's just hopefully we can teach her some new habits because, and my sister's like, she's not going to wear that life alert. And I said, well, I'm going to have to tell her, if you want to live alone, you got to wear it. Like, what else are we going to do? So, a very, very, very good friend, like she's like family to us. Our families have been close for like 4 generations. She works in home health care. And so we talked with her like at the beginning of the summer when mom was showing the first signs. But I swear in the last 2 weeks, she has gone downhill at a rapid pace. And so I think we're going to talk to her again. And maybe the next step is we get somebody in there like once or twice a week, just, take her blood pressure, just check on her, like a professional's opinion on like what they see. Because if we have to move her into a place, then we're going to have to sell that house. Lord, help me. The Lord does help me. My mom took me out falling and you fractured your wrist. Kathy, what? But honestly, we were laughing so hard it didn't hurt until the next day. What in the world? What? Yes, Monica, we do love our routine. I know we love our routines. Okay. The verdict on House Labs, I love this. Like, well, you can see it makes the lashes really long. I will tell you, I think part of that gap in my lashes is because I was using Quadra from Unique. It's really expensive though. I never did like the price of it. But it's a serum and a tubing mascara and a primer all in one. But it's 59, like 56, 59, something like that. Very expensive. But my lashes grew. Kathy, I don't have the serum that you have. I didn't get that one because after you and I talked about it, I got a serum in the mail that I'd forgotten that I ordered from Swede. And it's supposed to be like really, really, really good. And so but I haven't been consistent with it. And I have to be consistent or I'm going to end up with holes in my lashes. But House Labs, I don't know how much this is. This is the color Black Onyx, but I really like that. And I would definitely buy it again. Add a little more to the ends. I like that the brush is so thick, and when you pull it out, it's got a good wiper in there, so there's not too much on the brush, and it, like, I don't know if you can hear it. Like, it really scrapes the brush, It's not too goopy. I don't like that when mascaras have too much product on the end of the brush. Okay, let's do lips, and then yeah, I got just a couple minutes, so I gotta go. What am I gonna do? Let's do, since we're talking Sephora sale, let's do, where's my, I got 2 of these. Let's do, no, they don't have MAC at Sephora. Where's my, is this Huda Beauty? No, Huda, where are you? Did I take you out? I have, oh, I have this one. Oh, this is a good one. Ilia, this brand. This is Lip Sketch Hydrating Crayon in Banquet. I was going to say Banquet. I have a brain. I have my, I don't know. I hate to take it off because it's very hydrating. Oh, by the way, what's her nose? Michaela, her Point of View brand, the Amp It on November 4th, she has lip kits coming out. There's 6 colors, highly pigmented, but same formula, and they come with a matching pencil. How cool is that? I love a lip kit. I think lip kits are genius. Okay. So, see if this even shows up on me. What's going on? I try, I never use it. Oh, it does, I guess, a little. It's kind of brown. No, I don't like it. I'm gonna do something else. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Monica says she's been using Swede. It's missing that bad ingredient. The one that turns your eyes a different color? Is that the one? It's missing that, that's good. Okay, let's do this. Maracuja. I want to give you stuff that's sold at Sephora. Did they sell? They sell it, don't they? Tarte? Yeah, they do. They sell it. Oh, what color? Maracuja in Dusty Rose. And this is a twister up and twister down. I think it, oh, yeah, and it has a sharpener on the end. But honestly, how sharp do you need it? I always smudge my lip line anyway. I'm going to show up. Michelle's going to go, what the hell? Got a lot of color on your face, Sherry. I'll be like, yeah, you're welcome. I did it for you. You know what we do? Well, when life's not so crazy, we go to dinner once a week, usually on Thursdays. And then we watch Game of Thrones with the captions on because we can't understand what anybody's saying. And the names are also crazy. Can't understand what they're saying. Okay, I like that one. Dusty Rose. Okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is at Sephora. And Tarte, again, if you're looking for gifts, they every Christmas have the set of 3 eyeshadow palettes that are like a 12 pan eyeshadow. Beautiful colors. So I would buy the set and then give one to the niece, one to the other niece, one to my daughter. Personally, if you're doing it for yourself, like it's a good fun palette if you just want a fun palette and it's very inexpensive. Here's what I don't like about Tarte's shadow. Very powdery. Like it's not very pigmented. And you load up your brush and you go to tap off the excess and it feels like it all just falls down. Like I feel like it's hard to get the color on. I feel like if I sneeze, to me, for personal use, I would rather invest the money in a Makeup by Mario palette. He's got a million palettes, not a million. Exaggerate much, Sherry. He's got like 4 or 5. Makeup by Mario is fantastic. Like I said, Huda Beauty. That's this one. It's got beautiful palettes. What's this guy? No, that's more Makeup by Mario. Gosh, even the e.l.f. palette. This is $11 at Target or just at the drugstore, wherever you find e.l.f. At Ulta. They have another one too that I thought was really pretty that I might get at some point. So anyways, all right, let's do some kind of a lip gloss situation. I'm going to use, Monica said that she found all the little minis. Remember that video that I did about the nudes? This is Lawless, Forget the Filler, Lip Plumping, Line Smoothing Gloss. In the shade, I don't know because it's too small. Oh, nude. Okay, nude. Okay. Now, I could really if I never had another plumping gloss for the rest of my life, I would be okay with it. Because 'Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, I can tell the difference when they show the before and after side by side, but if you didn't zoom in on that sucker, I wouldn't be able to tell. And is it making that much of a difference in my life? No, no, a little. Sephora at Kohl's, yes! So check out Sephora at Kohl's because, guys, that's where I had all of these little tiny minis. I love a mini. Even this one's, like, really little. That's a maracuja lip oil. Yeah. So anyways, all right, friends, it is 7 o'clock. We did it in an hour. Thanks for hanging with me. I needed you guys today. I was in my pajamas until 5:30 because I didn't sleep last night. I was stressed, just worried about my mom, worried about things I can't control. I think the lesson here is you just live day to day and you understand that we all have our own journey, just like with our kids. Like, just as I'm learning to like let go and my kids have their own journey and you can't control everything and you shouldn't, right? As I'm learning to let go with my kids, now I'm having to now I'm having to hold on a little bit tighter to my mom, but also learning to let go. I can, I just, it makes me super grateful for the way my dad passed. He went in for a procedure, he passed under anesthesia. It was shocking, it was difficult. Um, it was better than this. And she's not even, it's not like we're dealing with, thank God, we're not dealing with cancer or anything like that. But it's just the mental emotional toll that it takes. So anyways, next Thursday, my friend Trisha is here in town. She's here Monday through Friday next week. So I might go live with her just right here, like we might just play, but we might be doing other things. I don't know. So I may not see you till the following week, but the following week I'm gonna have tons of time because Mr. Brown is gonna be hunting. And so I will have lots of time and I'm excited for that too. So, oh, Milani has good ones. Okay, I have to check that out. Let me see. I just want to make sure I cover everything. Thank you so much, Monica. I love you guys. I love all of you, Allison, Kathy, all of my friends here. Anybody watching on the replay, hello, hello. Please comment, say hi. And again, I love this community so much. You guys are the best. If you have any questions, so the link is in the comments. When I edit this, I'll add it in, but I gotta go because I gotta go pick her up. And yeah, I love you guys so much. All right, take care. Bye.